There we go. How is everybody doing out there? It is time for the Sunday Night Social. Is everybody ready? Let me see. Let me get my chat up here so I can see what is going on with everyone. Say hey when you come in. Let us know you're here. And I'm missing one of my docs. Where is my doc? There, my channels. Okay, let me know when you come in. Let me know who's hanging out with us tonight. We have got a great night tonight. I am working on a t-shirt quilt. So if you've never done one and you're wanting to do one, it's going to be fun. Let me get this over here where I can see it. And we've got some exciting news tonight. I don't know if Seth's on here yet or not, but when everybody gets on tonight, I've got some exciting news to share if I'm allowed. Seth, you'll have to let me know if I'm allowed to share the big news. Let's see. Can I get the screen where I can see it bigger? There we go. I need to get some quilting stuff on the wall so you guys have something pretty to look at. All right. Say hey when you come on. Let me know who's hanging out with us tonight. We're doing the Sunday Night Social so you can hang out, get some good quilting tips. See if I can turn this. There we go. That's a lot better. There we go. I'm going to share my screen with what I'm working on. All right. We have a pile. There is Miss Sarah Davis. Hey, sweetheart. I have got a pile. Sarah, I should have called you. Oh, you're fine, Karen. Well, Karen, you're going to find out what I was so happy to call and tell you here in just a few minutes if Seth gives me the go-ahead. So if you guys want to hear something great, you guys will not believe what Seth is working on right now. It is amazing. I love him so much for it. He just became my favorite kid. All right, so we've got a pile of t-shirts here. Let me see if I can back this off some. All right, let me see what I can do here to get it where you guys can actually see it better. I know there is a way to zoom in and out of this. Let's see. I'm going to work on this real quick. Hold on. Nope. Let me see if I can figure out how Seth told me to do this. I guess we're going to have to make a phone call. All right, let's see. I'm going to close that dock out so I can see here. Okay. I know there is a way to zoom this down. Here we go. I think I got it. No. Yep, I'm going to have to call in the expert. Let me call an expert. You guys can find out what it's like to go through this with me. And then we'll start working on t-shirts. I want you to be able to see more of it. There is Seth.
Yeah.
Hey, how can I zoom out on these so they can see a bigger area?
Camera doesn't have a zoom into it.
Well, remember how you showed me I could drag this around and make it bigger, smaller?
Yes. Just drag it in, like closer together.
But see, when I do that, it just makes the box smaller.
Well, it's all the camera that you're using.
Oh, okay. So if I go to,
It's gonna do it.
let's see. Properties. Configure video.
Yes. Well,
Camera
sometimes
control.
the zoom will be on that initial. The only way to do it in that case is just by making the camera up, moving it back.
Well, it's like connected to a light. Let me see if I can switch the cameras around.
Yeah, it's zoomed in really far.
Yeah, yep. Okay, we're gonna try something real quick, you guys. Let's see what I can do here. I'm gonna... Here, let me go back to this camera. Okay. That way you guys don't get dizzy while I'm doing this. Love you, babe. Alright, let's see if we can switch cameras so you guys can actually see what I'm working on. And I'll put this camera on me. I don't know how close you guys want to zoom in on me, though. How is everybody doing tonight? What are you guys working on? Let me know. I want to know what everybody is doing. Uh-oh, I can't get that to stay there. Let's see. Laundry, and I'll do you. Maybe. There we go. Now, let me go to this camera so I don't get you guys dizzy. Take that off the screen. And technology, you guys. Let's see. Driving me crazy. Alright, let's see if we can take this one up. If I would have realized earlier. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much better. Let's see. Alright, now let me switch. Make me smaller. You're wore out? What have you been doing, Karen? From family? Did the family wear you out? There's... Denise is in the hospital? What? And there's Sharon Kincaid. Hey, Miss Sharon. Sharon, I've got to call your buddy Nancy. I got her quilt finished. It is so pretty. I didn't like what the pattern I was using at first, so I redone it. Of course. And, oh, it's so pretty. Let's see. I should be able to. No, I want to leave that where you guys can actually see what I'm doing. So let's see. Yeah. I have shorts on. I'm not naked down here. You guys can see my bare legs. They're too white. All right. See if I can move that just a little bit more. There we go. So you guys don't have to look at my white legs. Hey, Miss Dottie. We have all of these t-shirts. 30 t-shirts I'm cutting out. And I wanted to show you all, for anybody that has never done t-shirts before, and I forgot to bring my biggest, and can everybody hear me okay? I wanted to ask that. Can everybody hear okay? Let me know. So when you're doing a t-shirt quilt, the very first thing you need, Pellon 101. You need Pellon 101. This stuff works great. I've tried a couple different ones, and that works the best for t-shirts. It sticks really well. It stays on even if you don't get to it really quick. And what I do is I cut the entire front of the t-shirt out. And then I iron this to the back of it. You don't want to cut the t-shirt to size first and then iron it. Never. Don't ever do that. Big mistake. But what I do is I get all the t-shirts I'm going to use. And then normally I've got a huge square up ruler that I normally use. I didn't bring it to the farm with me. And I'm in my happy place right now. So I've got this 12.5, but I've also got one of my strip rulers that I'm going to be using to cut it. But just to give you an example, what I do is I normally take my bigger square up ruler and I go over each and every t-shirt. And where's my paper? And I write down, whoop, I can't see it very good. I write down the number of the t-shirt. This guy had numbered all of his wife's t-shirts before he brought them. And I put the smallest size that I can get out of each one. And making sure that I've got enough for the borders to go around the side. So I don't, when I do my 1/4 inch seams, I'm not cutting into the t-shirts. And a lot of these t-shirts were 12.5. But as you can see, like this one, it's one of the bigger ones. A 12.5 would not have fit this right. It would have been very close and it would have been going into the t-shirt down here. He had a couple others that were even bigger. So they were all, the smallest I could go is 16 by 12.5. And I want to make sure, and on this one, actually it's going to be 14. It's going to be 16 by 14. So that is the smallest I can go. If you go smaller, you would have to border them or do something to, make them big enough for your biggest one if you're doing them all the same size. So tonight, what I'm going to do is take these all down to 16 by 16 and see how they look with that size. Some of them are, you're going to see, I've got a couple really small ones. So we're going to have to build a border around them to make them so that they're of equal size. But very easy to do. And I love doing t-shirt quilts. I'm going to take this pile of 30 over here. And we're going to get started cutting. So this is my favorite ruler. Normally I would be using that great big one. I think it's 20 by 20, and I didn't bring it. So this will only cut up to 14 inches, but what I'm going to do is kind of move it after I cut so I can get that cut. Let me see, what size is... Actually, the side of this is 18. I might have to play around here a little bit and just use the side of this ruler. That would be easier than moving the center up. Okay, we'll see what we can do here. But if anybody has any questions about t-shirt quilt, ask away. I'm not the perfect quilter. I'm the pampered quilter. But I will try to answer any question. And the great thing is, we have a lot of seasoned quilters on this place, so if I can't answer a question, I'm sure somebody else can. So Denise Myers, I want to know why you're in the hospital. What are you doing, girlfriend? Okay, so what I like to do with this is why I love this ruler so much. I can get, here's my 16 inch right here. So I can move this around and see where I'm centered. So I've got about 3 inches down here. Here's 3 inches of dead space. And over here from 16, I've got 3 inches of dead space. So right here is about where I'm going to make my first cut. And I'm just going to cut down the whole entire t-shirt. And then This is 18 inches. Actually, I'm going to cut the length of this and just cut the bottom off because I've got the full 16. So I can center this. Got my 3 on that side, 3 on this side, and I can start cutting. But you definitely want that pellon on first. Do not ever cut a t-shirt down without the pellon because, let me give you a quick example. The very first t-shirt quilt I made the mistake of cutting the shirts down and then trying to put the pellon on the back. So, when you cut a t-shirt, oh, well, there's pellon in that. Let me take it off. Very stretchy, very stretchy. And then you try to put the pellon on and see how this is already rolled up? Your t-shirt rolls. And if you've got it to the size you need, and you're trying to attach pellon to that rolled up part, it does not work well. Oh no, Denise, oh no. Are you feeling any better, honey? And do you need anything? Prayers for Denise, holy cow. All right, so now I've got my lines cut. I'm going to go ahead and line this up on the top and get the top cut. Now, if I had my other ruler, this would go a lot faster, but since we're just hanging out tonight, it's all good. And then I'll slide that down. And we're going to go over here. Got my, get that cut across the bottom. So I'm going to go up some with that. Make it where it looks good. And then once I get my, I'm cutting it to 18 by 18 actually tonight. And once I get my regular square up ruler over here tomorrow night, I will be able to square it up even. But now I'm just getting all the, I call it all the trash off, all of the, sometimes I have the collars on, the sleeves on. So I'm just getting all of that cut away and getting my main squares so I can see what I'm working with and have everything even. So here, line that up, line that up, and I need to come down some. So now I can see where I can cut with the lines and the collars of the t-shirt being out of it. We're going to come right across there. That is, no, that's not long enough, so right there will be, yeah, that'll give us our 16. Okay. Measure twice, cut once, right? So there's no mistakes. Yeah, did Marie not send them out when she done them? I will check on that tonight. Well, good deal. You hang right out with me, girlfriend. And if I can bring you anything, Denise, you let me know. Okay, so we've got our first block. Now, tomorrow night, I'll be cutting this down a little bit more to make it the 16 by 16. But right now, we've got our first block. Look at that. Very easy to do if you have the pellon on the back. And I just use a little bit of steam in my iron. It adheres very well. It keeps the t-shirt stable and you don't have any stretch. There's no give. So it sews really well and everything's really straight when you're sewing. And thanks for telling me that, Sharon. I will check on that tonight, and I can just go on and send them out if she didn't get them sent. Now, did you check your inbox? Because Eve Prosser got hers the other night. So make sure you check your inbox. Okay, next up. So, the sweetheart of a man is having this done for his wife, and he labeled all of these t-shirts for me. So, very nice of him. I really like how organized he was. And what a sweetheart, right? Okay, so this one, he wanted the front on too. So I am just going to square it up. And we have 16 inches on there. And I told him the best I can do for this one, I mean, that's going to be in the corner unless he wants me to cut that down and build a block around it. So I'll send him a picture so he can see how it looks as a big block or see if he wants to go down and have me just build around it. Oh, maybe it's this other one. I've got two rotary cutters here. I couldn't remember which one was the sharp one. Oh, it's this one. Thank you. And I'm doing like Eleanor tonight. I'm throwing all of my leftovers in the floor. Of course, I'll be the one to pick them up. I don't have a crew or anything, but it works. So, Miss Sarah Davis, what are you working on tonight, girlfriend? Are you in your sewing building working? All right, line that up. Cool. Fold this over. I haven't even eaten dinner yet, you guys. But here lately, if I eat dinner, I get tired. Which is probably bad because I've been eating dinner late. And that's probably what's packing all these pounds on me. Seth, are you on here yet? I want to know if I'm allowed to spill the beans on what you've been working on. You let me know, son. Unplug my computer in. No, I don't. It's good. All right, 16. We're doing a little bit bigger tonight. So right up to there. These two. You've checked every day? Okay. When I get done here, I'll go online and check. And resend it to you. No problem, honey bear. Don't overhype yet. How do I tell them without overhyping? Okay, so I wish I had. Yes, I have one. Hang on. Okay, so everybody see this old machine with this little flower thing that my mom put on it on here? Okay, this was my mom's. It was her pride and joy. And she had a featherweight, of course, too. And this one belonged to my grandma. So I got the idea when I started getting into featherweights and old machines that I wished there was. I went to Singer and I looked up the year and the date they were made and where they were made, and it was so exciting. But what I wished for was I wished they would have had something back then where, or Singer had, that you could go on and say, here's my machine, this is the serial number, this is where I got it, this is what I paid for it, this was given to me by my grandmother. And I wished I could look and see something my grandma had put on, like where she bought it, what she did with it, whether it whether it made money for her family or just made clothes for her kids, some kind of story behind the machine. But they don't have that, right? Guess what? We're gonna get it. So I called Seth and I said, can you make an app where we can register our machine, tell our story, and generations down, anybody that it gets passed down to, or if it gets sold somewhere, somebody else can go on and say, here's this, I now own this machine and here's my story, and I got it from the girl that put the story before. So Seth is coming out with an app, hopefully this week, where we can register our machines, we can tell our stories, and as they get passed around, sold, given to others, they can actually go type in that serial number, see the stories about that machine. And it's like Ancestry.com, but for sewing machines. So, Seth, I love you. I love you so much. This is the most exciting thing I've ever been involved in. So, that is what Seth is working on. He will be coming out with a QR code, and I'll be posting that for everybody to be able to go download this app. And I think he has to pay. So, I think the cost is like $3.99, right, Seth? And for $3.99, you get the app forever, and you can register your machine. You can go on and read other people's stories about their machines. Like, I found this machine at a yard sale for $10, or I went into a Goodwill and bought this featherweight for $35. And Seth took it above and beyond. When he called me, he said, now this is only for singers. And I was like, oh, but what about all the other machines? Seth has it now for all the machines. So we're good to go. I love you, Seth. That is my exciting news for the week. I am so happy. I cannot wait. After this social, we're going to test drive it and see how it works, and I am just over the moon about it. So, see there, Karen Bush is already awesome. What do you guys think? Let us know your thoughts on that. If you'll use that app, if you like the idea, don't overhype it. Seth, I had already called him saying, you need to put this in, you need to put that in. Let me do the description. And he's like, Mom, I'm still working on it. I was like, I don't care. I'm trying to give you ideas. I'm losing my mind. Don't overhype it. Okay. Yes. Yes. See there, Seth? Yes. So can you do it so we have our own account and we can see our list of machines? That's a great idea, Karen. I bet I just felt the eye roll all the way from Memphis. Says like, well, I was almost done. We love you, Seth. You are going to make a lot of women very happy. Okay, so I was telling you guys the t-shirt size 16 by 16 to make them all equal. Well, here, if you can see this one in its flight, so I don't know how well this is showing up. But in order for it to be on the shirt, because the pellon goes to right here, and then this is the side of the shirt. So if I put that right on that mark, and on this side, it's only 13 and a half. But that's all I've got. So I'm going to have to cut this one to 13 and a half, and then I'll have to build around it later on. Yes. Seth, you are amazing. Yay, Karen, we got it. I love it. Love it. Okay, so I'm cutting this one at 13 and a half. Oh, what is wrong with this? I can't get through it. There we go. And I'm wondering, Mom had a lot of mats stacked up here. I'm wondering if that's what's causing me so much trouble. Because it's kind of cushiony. So I think I'm going to remove a few mats here in a minute. Yes, Seth, you are the man of the day. We love you dearly. His friends are laughing at him because he's working on an app for sewers. I was like, you tell them women all over are going to love you. Why is this rotary cutter is giving me fits. What is... It's like not wanting to move. Don't understand. It's like it's on lopsided or something. Alright, I'm going to take it apart. You guys watch me cut my finger on the live. What is going on here? I think this might be on backwards. Maybe that's what the problem is. This was Mom's. I feel like I'm... Okay. It's working now. Let me see. And if anybody has any questions about t-shirt quilts, just ask. Elaine and Carol, are you guys on here? I know Elaine is getting ready to do a t-shirt quilt. Turn this fan off. down so we're not getting interrupted. There we go. Alrighty. There, it's working now. Oh, I cut the number off. I gotta put that back on. And if you're numbering, then painter's tape works great for numbering the t-shirts. It sticks and it doesn't come off easily. So a great way to number your t-shirts so you can keep them in order. Oh. And make sure I've got 16. Yep. And I'm going to remove some of these mats real quick. So, Lori Hartman, you still on here? What are you working on tonight? I'm going to take this one off. Oh, Mom's got one of these here. Oh, yeah. Let me take these off. And what does that go up to? Mine's bigger, so I'm going to take her cutter off. Use mine. Much better. There is Karen Warwick. I love you, honey. Oh, that is wonderful. That's okay. You are allowed. You are allowed to have game night. I am sorry I had to switch that to Friday. Hopefully this week we can keep them all the same. And we won't have to switch. I was just having troubles. Get this wire out of the way. Let me see if I can. There we go. Nope. That ain't gonna work. Okay, now the wires are out of the way. And move this wire around back. Too many wires, Seth. Don't they have wireless cameras anywhere? Alright, we're doing UFOs, Karen. And tonight I'm doing a customer's t-shirt that is a UFO that I need to get done. And we had exciting news, Karen. I don't know if you just missed it, but Seth is making an app so we can register our machines, tell the story, any story we want behind it, keep track of all our machines on our profile. So we are all excited, very excited for this app to launch. I asked and he did it. He laughs at me because I'm so excited for him. And he's like, Mom, you asked me to do it. So now I'm going to ask Seth for $1 million. You guys heard it. Because if he does everything I want, maybe I'll be rich one day. And I'm going to come across the top. There we go. So what are you into tonight, Karen? Why is this giving me fits? I don't understand what's going on here. This thing is really dragging. And I don't know why. I'm going to try flipping this around. Can't do much when they're giving you fits. I don't know that this is going to work any better, but we'll see. And if you come in and you're new here, let us know you're here. Let us know where you're from. And say hey to everybody. We love new people. There we go. That was it. Whew. That was driving me nuts. Karen, I'm using my strip ruler because I left my square up ruler at home and I needed a big ruler to kind of fussy cut these t-shirts, make sure I was in the right spot and getting the right thing. So it's a weird way of doing it, but it's working. Alright, make sure I've got 16 inches here. Yes, I do. And Karen, I'm just cutting these out big enough tonight so when I do get my square up ruler up here, I can square it up right. Going off my mat. Something is wrong here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. That looks better. All right. And we've got some great t-shirts coming for the quilt shop for Shop Hop. Who's ready for Shop Hop? Is anybody on here tonight doing the Shop Hop? Shop Hop starts May 1st. I think we have 8 magazines left in the shop. If anybody doesn't have theirs yet, you can come by and grab one. Oh, me too. This thing is great, only I need 16 by 18. So I'm just cutting them 18 by 18 tonight, and then when I get everything ready, I can use that ruler better to cut them down to size. I'm just getting the bulk of it off tonight. And Karen, was you ever able to get on the Cecil in here with us? Were you ever able to get on the community page? Karen Warwick is the one that couldn't get on there that I told you about today, Seth. And I saw a picture of you and Miss Sandy at a shop hop, maybe? I want to know how my girl Sandy's doing. And did you tell her I love her and miss her? Okay, and something that's really good about this strip, I mean, I guess it would be on the square up ruler too, but you can kind of see the lines and see how far you've got and make sure you've got your t-shirt straight. And even on the sides, you can make sure you've got that straight before you do your cuts, which is really nice. And across the top. Did you get the week 5 posted after that? Seth was going to look into it, and somebody else was having trouble. Oh, one of the girls, what was her trouble? Oh, she tried to subscribe, and it wouldn't confirm the subscription. Robin, when I talked to Robin today. So Seth, don't forget to check on Robin's too, and see what might be going on with that. Okay. I had it set on the high for cotton, and I also steamed it. Um, I thought somebody had told me you weren't allowed to steam it before, but when I first got started, it wouldn't stick well. But when you steam it, it puts it right on there for you. And I have a lot of girls that come into the shop and buy the Pellon by the bulk because they do a lot of t-shirt quilts. So I do sell whole bolts if anybody is doing a t-shirt quilt and would like a whole bolt. Because you do go through the Pellon. Mom has a t-shirt press over here, a huge steam fast. It is huge. I was going to try it, but I didn't want to do it on a customer's quilt and mess up, so I didn't use it. But I wanted to. And, oh, I got some other news too, everybody. I put a call in to AccuQuilt. They're supposed to call me back tomorrow, so we're going to see what it takes to become an AccuQuilt dealer and start selling AccuQuilt. And we're going to get one for the shop so we can cut kits. And we're going to start cutting some kits with applique, and um, some of the kits that we cut with it, you won't have to cut for when you do a quilt kit, you can just start sewing. Oh, I've got an internet lag. Oh no. Is it bad, everybody? You guys let me know. Is anybody lagging over here? Oh, me too. So Diana Stark brought hers over to the shop the other day, and they cut. I say Pepper and Diana cut 6 jelly rolls in 2 hours. 2 hours. I have never been near one, so I didn't know what exactly they would do. I was simply amazed. I was like, yeah, that's coming. We are getting that. Absolutely. Simply amazed. All right, let's see. We've got 3.5. Sure. Oh, yeah, I got to cut right there. And 16, no. So, 3 inches. Nope, another 1/2 inch. Two and a half. And 2.5. There we go. Karen, I'll have to get this thing out and try it out on my shirts, not on my customers. If I can do it on mine, then I'll try it out on theirs. But yeah, it's huge, and it looks like it would be really easy. So what family came by today, Darren? Was it the grandbabies? See if I can do this left-handed here. Almost. But not quite. There we go. I do like working on t-shirt quilts though, you guys. It's a lot of fun, and I like coming up with different designs. I'll have to post a couple that I've done on the community page. I did an Alan Jackson t-shirt, and she had a lot of different sizes. So I did, and we didn't have the right number to do exact. So I did the top and the bottom 3 rows the same, and then in the middle, we had used that black grunge around, we sashed around each t-shirt. Well, in the middle, we got some black and white music note material, and I sashed around each t-shirt, and we only had 4 instead of 5, so I made wider borders. It turned out beautiful. I've got some. If you need them, I've got them. Really? Okay. I've got like 20 packs of the Janome Purples, Karen. And if Robin and Kathy are on here tonight, I can't remember Robin's last name, but Kathy Swagger and I wish I knew Robin's last name. They just bought 2 of the CMs. Well, don't let me lie. Robin's enjoying hers. She told me Kathy hasn't sewed on hers yet. I tried to get a hold of Kathy to yell at her and say, get on that machine. I want to bring mine over here to Grandma's, but I always work with it down in the dungeon when I'm working on, when I've got the long arm going. But I'd love to have it here. Oh, you play t-ball. I love it. I haven't played t-ball in forever. I was at an auction the other day and almost bought a croquet set. They had an old one, the old style, the wooden ones with the old colors and the mallets, and but I thought, who's going to play with me? I think this mat, I need to go to that other mat. I think it was bigger. Let's see, that is not big enough. Let's go. There we go. This way. There we are. So Karen, are you sewing tonight? What are you working on? And how's Wayne doing? We need an update on Mr. Wayne. Shoot. Did not want to come off. We've got a few people in here. If you guys are on, say hey, let us know you're here. And if you're new, tell us where you're from. Now here, this was a pair of sweatpants. And I just cut out part of the leg because she wanted this part. And I'm just going to cut out this square for now until I see how I'm going to design this piece. But see that pellon, see how stretchy? That pellon makes it so much more stable. My battery is running low. Why is my battery running low? I thought I had it plugged in. Hold on. Right. I think when I traded cameras, I must have unplugged. I'd be the same way, Karen. Oh, that is great. That's a good idea. Seth, when you bring the girls up, that's what we're going to have to do. Play beach volleyball with a beach ball. Yeah, I would love that, Karen, because I get winded easy. I'm a little bit better since the surgery, but yeah, I get winded easy. I want to do this one. There we go. And normally, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's got the crease right here. Normally I would have taken that out, but it doesn't give me much room between the crease and the words. So I was trying to leave that in until I decide how I'm going to design this block. And because I might need that extra. And I didn't want to cut too close to the seam. So I cut an inch over. So I've got plenty of room in case I do keep that. Then I don't have to worry about that thick seam when I'm sewing to another side of a t-shirt. So you always have to do considerations like that when you've got words that are really close to the side seam of a shirt or pants. You want to keep enough on the other side so when you sew, you're not sewing on that thick seam and doubling. Hey, that's a good deal. Husbands can't get wives out. Could the wives get the husbands out? That's the question. All right. So Karen, Karen Ward, did you get to hear the part about the abscess working on? I don't know if you came in before or after that. He's telling me not to hype it up, but I'm already so excited I'm ready to scream it to the world. 1, 5. Let's see. 2 inches. 2 inches and about 2 inches. So that needs to go that way. So we've got 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. It's for all machines. And Seth, did you tell me, or did I dream it, that we can also, you can look up the serial number and find out where your machine was made and when on your app? It's supposed to launch later this week, Karen. I asked for it about a year ago, and my son came up with the most amazing app ever. We get to tell our machine story. I love it. And when you look them up, you can, like, if you have it and then you pass it to your granddaughter and you put your story on the app, and then she goes on, she can read your story and tell her story. And we can read other people's stories on there. I am so excited, like where you found it, where you got it, what you paid for it, all that, anything you want to put on there. I am so excited. And to top it off, we might be able to get Seth down to retreat in November. Oh, Karen, I still got to call you about retreat, don't I? You got to keep up with me, girlfriend. I forgot about that. Yeah, Karen, he was naming them off to me today. Husqvarna, Bernina, Pfaff. Uh, can you do it for Genomi's, Seth? I mean, I know you can register them, but can you see when your machine was made? Down just a little bit, 'cause I'm a little bit unsure on this one. Yeah, Karen, I wish that I had, like, they had this app 100 years ago, so we could see who owned our machines and where they came from and why they had them, and I just can't wait to see this. I can do that, Seth, absolutely. I'll call Uni tomorrow, or as a matter of fact, I can call the president of Genome, tell him what we're planning, and see if we can do that. Just get your copyright on the app first so Genome doesn't try to steal it, Seth. See, now here is a huge t-shirt. What did I write down for number 12? I did not write this one down. Let me see. Holy cow. This one is, oh, it's only 12. Wow, it looks so much bigger to me. And, let's get on 3, 2, 13. Wow, it looks a whole lot bigger to me than that. Holy cow, kind of scared me. Alright, so I put that there. That gives us, yeah, 16. Oh, I've got it all the way up there. Okay, so I can cut that a little bit bigger until I get it squared good. I always like to cut a little bit bigger until I square it up instead of cutting right about the same size. because I'd rather be able to go farther either way than not. Got 3 inches, and so if I want that at 18, there's 2.5, 2.5. Okay. I love you, honey. You have a great night, Karen. I'm getting ready to go make dinner myself. I'll get this last one cut. And I will go make me some din and work on some binding for a customer. I can't believe Pepper's not on here tonight. She must still be folding fabric. She's been folding fabric today and putting it on boards. Karen Warwick, I was telling Pepper today about Sandy's fabric, about how she's got it organized and on Excel, and I was bragging on my girlie today. That just amazes the heck out of me that she has everything so organized. All right. I should have put it the other way, huh? I think I'm getting kind of sleepy too. Seth wasn't so sure that women would think it was a big deal about that database, Karen. I was like, oh my God, we will love you forever. Sandy's definitely a nerd. And you better watch. She might get on here one day and see that. And I'll tell her, that wasn't me. All right, so we got 10 done tonight, ladies. 10 t-shirts cut. That means I've only got 20 more to go. But I'm going to get off of here and go make dinner. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. If you like what you saw and you'd like to see some live fabric sales, tutorials, podcasts, along with the block of the week, make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube and go to our community page. Seth, Karen, you let me know if you can't get that other uploaded, and I'll put Seth in touch with you. So, thanks for helping me live my dream. I hope you guys are all living yours. And I will see you all Wednesday evening for Block of the Week, number 8. Number 8. Yes, I am still going to Nutter Center. Absolutely. I wouldn't miss